All right. Welcome to the 2020 UMAC Spring Salute Senior Video Series. We are here with Trent Merkins. He is a senior at the University of Minnesota Morris, track and field student athlete, a throws expert. He is also a computer science major. He's been an all-conference performer, so we're really grateful that he is joining us to kind of share a little bit about his experience in the UMAC in Division III and kind of just reflect on his career. So Trent, thanks for joining us. I'm really excited to be here with you virtually. So how have things been going since the transition at Morris to virtual learning? How's that working out? How's the school been supporting students? Just kind of give us an idea of what life is like under the new normal for you.
It was a little bit of a tough transition, but the teachers have been very kind. The professors have been working with us and setting it all up. They've been doing research into various things, how Zoom will work and how the various lectures will work. Our other staff on campus have been helping a lot as well by reaching out to us if we have anything we need, any issues or homes and stuff like that, just kind of giving us information, making sure we stay updated on kind of what's going on and just what life is going to look like for the rest of the semester.
Good. What kind of does life look like for you once you get through, this final semester of your educational experience, which might have a good story many years from now to tell. But what kinds of plans do you have after graduation?
So right now, it's getting through graduation, getting through all my classes, and then after that, I plan on trying to apply to various places. I'm thinking about moving towards the suburbs of the Twin Cities, and then applying for a couple jobs out there. Maybe even trying to get into Medtronics up there to work with software development and medical equipment, and trying to improve that.
Cool. What is your potential career path look like? Is there a certain kind of job or specific area that you're looking to get into in terms of related to your major?
I'm looking to get into using my computer science to get into the software development part of medical equipment. So, working on seeing if I can build the programming and stuff for the MRI equipment or various medical equipment to help with research into cancer research or various illnesses and how to kind of recognize that and to work with that.
Cool. So, was computer science something that drew you to Morris? Give us an idea of how you ended up at Morris and maybe how that experience has played out for you over the last 4 years.
So I originally had looked at the Twin Cities or Morris area. Either one of those campuses had a career path for me. I started off as a physics major, actually. I wanted to use my physics major to work my way into the Twin Cities so I could get into biomedical engineering. But then I ended up changing my major halfway through my junior year to computer science. So that was a transition there. I chose Morris because of the opportunities, the ability to be a student athlete and both compete in sports, but also receive a very rigorous but enjoyable education as well.
Okay. And do you feel like Morris met your expectations of what you were hoping now that you're near the end of your educational experience? Do you feel like it's prepared you for the career path that you want to go down?
I definitely feel like it has prepared me, especially in ways I was not expecting. I got a lot of different perspectives at Morris than I would have at any other place. There was a lot of different people, very unique people that I got to meet and got to learn kind of about them as well with where they came from. Maybe they came from the cities or various areas. I got to learn with them kind of learn about them and how they interact and their perspective on stuff as well as my own, and kind of learn about all these different things that I wouldn't have necessarily expected from a smaller school. It's just much more diverse than I would have thought.
Good, that's really positive, and I think that's probably, reflective of the Division 3 experience. So maybe tell us a little bit about what it's meant to you to be able to be a student athlete at Morris and within Division 3, and some of the things that you'll take away from those experiences as you look to move forward.
I've learned a lot. We started out when I was a thrower here. I was the only freshman recruit, and there were only 3 of us on the team. Now, graduating, there were like 20 of us throwers alone, and it was awesome to kind of grow as a community there and grow as a family. I had support on the sports team as well as school. They I got to hang out with people, got to learn a lot through them, and then just my experience with growing in sports. Coming in, I was an okay thrower and didn't really know kind of where it was going to go, but I really wanted to keep at it. And this year, I ended up being 21 in the U.S. for Division 3 shot putters, and one spot away from making it to nationals, which has been my goal since freshman year. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah. You talked a lot about that growth. I know you got to attend our UMAC Student Athlete Leadership Conference a few years ago. Maybe want to talk a little bit about that experience and maybe if that had an impact on your, you know, the final years of your career as a student athlete and maybe some things that, were good takeaways from that experience.
So that actually helped me to decide my career change. I was
Okay.
looking into the personality stuff and looking through all the different things I looked at or learned at the UMAC Leadership Conference, and I going through and learning more about my own personality and my idea of what I like to do and stuff helped me to choose my computer science major and actually move forward into something I enjoyed as well. Learning kind of how to push myself by assisting others to focus on others and help others. It helped me improve myself even more. Even if I was scared to do something or wasn't sure if I was quite ready to do something, as long as I focused on someone else and helped them, it helped push me as well.
That's awesome, and good that it was a positive experience that kind of, helped shape where you're going. So that's really cool to hear that. Maybe I know you mentioned, getting really close to, your goals of, nationals, which is really awesome and seeing that growth. But are there any kind of specific memories or experiences or stories from your athletics experience that, really stand out to you, that you'll, kind of keep with you for years down the road from being a student athlete at Morris?
I think the greatest moments was the times in between training. Even though we were out throwing or doing stuff, it wasn't just about training, it was about having fun as well. One of the times we were out throwing hammer and shot put, it was snowy out, and in the middle of practice, after we kind of got stuff done, we had a giant snowball fight and just kind of took a break from everything and just had a snowball fight, made snowmen, and kind of had just a breather. And those moments that just they help break up the training and break up the
Yeah.
moment to actually like get to know my teammates and to engage in a whole different way, which was really awesome.
Good, that's really awesome. What would you tell people is the most like impactful part of being a Division 3 student athlete? I think there's so many areas you get to focus on academics and you get to be an athlete, you can get to be in other clubs. What really stands out to you now that you're, you've near the end of that experience? What has been the most important to you about being a Division 3 student athlete?
I think the biggest thing for me is just the sense of camaraderie between athletes, both on your team and off your team. I know I've met many great athletes from other teams that I talk to regularly and hang out with. Whenever I see them at a meet, I know I can just go say hi. We'll both cheer each other on and kind of push ourselves. And that's a great thing to have, to be able to kind of know everyone in your conference and to be able to talk to them as just not even as uh, competitors, but also as friends, and be able to compete and hang out with them is really cool.
Yeah, I think in all the years that I've been around, I think track and field is really unique in that aspect of you're competing, but you're also cheering each other on. I think great examples happen in field events when people get the clapping and they're excited for, a big throw is coming up. So I think that's a really cool part of, track and field as
Yeah.
well, especially at this level. So that's really, really cool. I guess kind of, just reflecting, what would you say has been, most important to you about being at Morris? What have you appreciated most about your time there?
Um, I've really appreciated my teammates and my coach.
Mhm.
They've all been there through thick and thin. Even when I get in my head and don't compete as well or have issues, maybe I just have a bad day. They've all pushed me to just keep my head up and keep going. And it it's just the sense of family and belonging has really helped me get through. Even now, when I don't have the spring outdoor season to kind of get into, they still check up on me and we still talk and everything, which has been uh, has helped a lot.
Good. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so maybe just quickly on that, what kinds of things has your team done to either stay in touch, or I know it's still pretty fresh and new, so maybe there's more things to come, but have you guys been connecting a lot through this kind of format or text? What kind of stuff has the track team been doing?
So we've had a lot of different things. We've done mostly texting, but we'll send Snapchat group messages or stuff like that. Just hey, hang in there. We're and they're still working. I'm still working out. We're still engaging through all the workouts that our coach had for us. So
Okay.
we're still suffering together and pushing through. So just sending messages back and forth, and just kind of video chats, stuff like that. Just any way to engage without uh, having to meet up has been what we've been doing.
Good. That's really positive, and I think similar to what a lot of people are doing. It's ever changing at this point, so it's
Yeah.
good that you still have that support to work through that. So are you training for anything specifically now that you don't have outdoor season? Are there other kinds of throwing competitions that you can be a part of post graduation? Or
I'm I'm really hoping that this summer I can get a couple meets in, just do the
okay,
USATF meets and do that. I've been trying to keep up to date on the news with uh, eligibility and seeing what they do with this outdoor season.
yeah,
As long as if they keep up and have eligibility available, as long as I have time and can make sure I put in the right effort and work hard, I might see if I can try and do that. It's all up in the air.
mhm,
Everything's kind of floating around right now. So just figuring out what's going on and trying to where to go from here has been a struggle.
yeah. I think it's something we're all feeling, and I know that the NCAA is really working hard at this point to do the best they can to give experiences to student athletes, but it's definitely there's a lot of rules to work through and figure
Yeah.
out. So hopefully we should know more in the next couple of weeks. But it's good that you're still connected and still working out and pushing each other. So that's really healthy. I guess kind of as we wrap up, do you have any Hey final words, thoughts, things you'd like to share with the Morris, UMAC, track and field community about your time? Just kind of last, kind of final farewell. I mean, you still have some school left, but just anything on your mind?
Um, well, I'd like to thank my coaches because through the years, my coaches have been there and pushed me, and I know I wouldn't be nearly have done nearly as well without them. My teammates and fellow athletes in the UMAC have all been great. It's been amazing to watch everyone through the UMAC compete and continue to grow as athletes, and also just cheer each other on. I feel like overall, the UMAC, since I began here, the UMAC comes so much closer together, and it feels so much more like a family and just like a group of friends. We all compete, but after we're done competing, we all just can hang out, and it's been great to watch kind of everyone grow throughout the years. So that's something I've always appreciated, and look forward to hopefully standing on the sidelines and watching more and seeing how my teammates and everyone grows and see what the UMAC can accomplish.
Cool. That's really cool and really special, and they appreciate that. And I think that's something we can all appreciate about our conference. So, thanks for chatting. Wish you the best of luck for whatever comes forward, and with jobs and maybe eligibility in the future. So, really appreciate you joining us today.
Sounds good. Thank you.